get so mad, there's no controlling me. My thoughts get so bad, I'm like, I might grab a bat, I don't know. My wrath, my blood boils over like, oh God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show.
Crimson Titans up against Useless Paradise.
Which is how you see things. Realize something needs change. Cause I know you got me fucked up. Let me show you what's up. Cause enough is enough. I'll take a face full of pavement just to make a statement. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted. So mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll put it on your face to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you go wish you would shut the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. I don't fucking take smoke, I'ma poke a hole through you, choking's overdue. Come at me and you won't get any older, dude. Crack your holder too. Heating up inside of me, blood so violently. Thanks for trying me.
Hello everybody and welcome to Waylander Gaming. This is Waylander here with Scott Skenkel. You can see him here on my left hand side, which would be his handsome face, all shaved, all tattooed up, wearing the Waylander Gaming t-shirt. As well, we're a bit delayed. Apologies from, actually it's more from me than from Scott. Scott was very early, as per usual. He was always ready. I just rocked up after work. We had to get things in order. But anyway, we're here. We're happy to present King of the Hill's most wanted list, and we have in the first match Useless Paradise up against Crimson Titans. Scott Skenkel, what are you thinking about this game?
Yeah, well, good evening, everyone. Yeah, bro, this has been a matchup that we've been waiting for a very long time for. Since the first time we featured Useless Paradise, I said this is definitely a team that we need to get up against Crimson Titans. I've been begging for this, and we finally reached that moment. So this is round 3, day 1, and what a way to start off. So without further ado, I did get the coin toss and the bans done. Right, so Crimson Titans winning the coin toss, banning out the... just hold on, there's a lot of chat going on here. Joy Suyu and Useless Paradise responding with Granger Nolan. So without further ado, we can jump in to the first match, into the drafting phase. So it's always a pleasure, you know. So it's thank you for the King of the Year organizers for bringing us the most wanted list. This is round 3, day 1.
All right, so let me hand you over to Scott Skenkel, and he will, as per usual, take us through the lobby bans. Let me just get some in a drink here real quick, and I'll be back for the drafting stage. I'll put up the poll as soon as I'm back.
My tail's been itching for a real
Merlin
fight.
having that first ban, choosing to get rid of that new hero, Kalia. You know, will this be an evening where we get to see Kalia play there? What is going on here? Who can I op Scorp's account than a weapon? What's on Scorp say? I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't even know what you're talking about. Because of the beard. Oh boy. Yeah. No, I look young. I don't look like I'm reaching my 30s. So we do see the Julian getting banned out from the side of Useless Paradise. Definitely focusing on the Yuan, as we do see that Lucas getting removed as well. And the Belric out of the occasion. So definitely looking to pick up a high attack speed and high damage rate marksmen. We do see Johan showing us that Hayabusa. Will the Hayabusa be the first pick before the Hayabusa gets banned out? We all know the Hayabusa unfortunately did get nerfed, that ultimate of his not proccing at 60% with the true damage anymore, now only giving 50%. So that's a 10% decrease on damage on his ultimate. It's a bit His ult is a bit wonky now. You definitely need to know what you are doing with
Is
the
the proof that
Hayabusa.
I'm still alive.
He is not a user-friendly hero anymore. We do see Bizzlebot picking up the Brody. Oh, the Brody in this new patch as well. That basic attack of him with that drawback, that speed decreased, so that gives him a higher attack speed rate. You know, this is going to be deadly and sweet as we see Asmodeus picking up the Hylos. So we will be seeing Useless Paradise utilizing that glorious pathway to get that quicker engagement, or potentially to use it as a quick escape into deadly environments. As we see Bossy Popper picking up the Camilla and Merlin bringing in the Sicilian. That is a beautiful combination. That is the Bat's Feast with that Cursed Blood. It just works beautifully. It gets that full team stun, and that Bat's Feast just does the damage. But I mean, if you look at this combination working with a Hayabusa, that's also nice. But the Malik swapping out with Kems as Kems brings in the CC. CC at this point of stage is still a very, very, very strong hero and a lot to deal with. It's not always fun to play with her, but if you've got that crowd control and you can get that CC slow down, it's clutch plays. As we wait for Astaroth to bring in the final ban for the side of Useless Paradise. Astaroth banning out the Minotaur. The Minotaur is, in my opinion, a waste of a ban. Crimson Titans already picked up a robe, which is the Camilla. So, Crimson Titans just being free for now. Just only needing to pick up the Marksman as well as the XP laner. As we see the Zushin getting banned from Crimson Titans. Malik is going to show us that Kadita once more. Will Malik pick up the Kadita?
The southern seas are my domain.
Oh, Malik with a Kadita pick.
Yeah, 100%. As we see, Bowser Hothead 137 showing us that Khalid. Will he pick up the Khalid? And I'm not even going to try and speak that Asian name because I don't know what it stands for. Bowser Hothead 137. Seems like we'll be picking up the X-Borg. And we see Crimson Titans picking up the Bruno as well. Crimson Titans currently having a very strong combination there with the Camilla and the Sicilian. Combining that with the Hayabusa and the X-Borg. Oh, that's a beautiful combination. But let's not take anything away from Useless Paradise. That Brody, the Hylos, and the CC with the Kadita is going to be, well, quite a hand to deal. Just waiting for Astaroth to pick up the final pick for Useless Paradise. Ooh, picking up the YSS. Y Sun Shin.
Yeah,
Right.
when's the last time you've seen a Yi Sun Shin in a match?
Bro, I would say it's been a month or two actually on our channel. That was the last time I saw a YSS. So, viewers, with the 2 drafts being in, please get those votes in and utilize this last moment to please hit that like, share, and subscribe button before we jump into this first massive match into day 3 round 3 day 1 in the most wanted list.
Yeah, so first game of the day. This is gonna be exciting. I am very, very, very excited for what's gonna happen here. But into the match we go. I need to stop following Bruno here and get the camera set. See the emotes coming out from Merlin. Merlin picking up the Sicilian. In the last match we featured Merlin. He didn't play in the game. The first loss for Crimson Titans. He picked up the MVP on that Sicilian in the last game that he featured for them. But, well, we're watching. Both jungles starting up at the same time. It looks like Astaroth has that YSS farming strat down to perfection. That back in front to proc his passive. As we're watching the Hayabusa just clear out his full complete farm, use the second skill. YSS sticking around, wanting to take this litho. So securing a neutral objective. But once you secure the neutral objective, if you wait around for it, it does give you a bit of delay in terms of when you're going to reach level 4. So right now, I would expect if the Camilla makes the rotation, will we see a small camp invade going on? Oh, there's the Brody engaging upon the Camilla. There's the stun coming through. Hyros comes out. It's Hayabusa trying to get into the backline, doing a lot of damage. Manages to get that. Will he get the first blood? So close to getting the first blood. It was the passive from the Kadita proccing wonderfully there. And we do see the small camp invade. So this is going to be the YSS not able to get to level 4. He's taking a lot of damage in here, the Hayabusa and the YSS. The team come in for a follow-up. No first blood. Lots of action, but no first blood.
So just before the 2-minute mark, we do see the turtle is going to spawn up in 10 seconds. We do see Crimson Titans picking up that hefty 700 gold lead at this point of stage before we go into the first turtle.
Oh, there's the first blood. They knew that once he didn't get level 4, he has to come for the small camp behind the blue buff. Crimson Titans just moving through the jungle there, getting into position really nicely, really early. YSS does pop the ultimate, hoping maybe for a potential turtle steal, but this should go uncontested to the favor of Crimson Titans. So first blood and the turtle. Retribution still available for the Hayabusa, but he is quite low, so he's going to allow the X-Borg and Camilla to do all the zoning. The Cursed Blood is in there with the Celian, and he does have that Bat's Feast up and available. CC trying to get through. There's a lot of damage being dealt with. There's the Cursed Blood into the last insanity. Oh my goodness, the Bat's Feast. It's going to be so much damage, but Khadija comes in with the rough waves, manages to take down 2. Will that be 3? It's going to be just the Camilla who manages to get out. So that's a 3-for-2 exchange. But the buff did go the way of Crimson Titans.
Yeah, the Hayabusa not being able to escape the YSS's ult. Just unfortunate to fall there. But nonetheless, so at just past the 3-minute mark, it is 3 even. And the Crimson Titans having that 1k gold lead. This is definitely a different match than what we are used to seeing Crimson Titans playing. But, you know, both teams very strong. This is definitely going to be an entertaining match full of action. Let's go.
Yeah, so Johan being allowed to clear the mid lane wave, gets back to safety and that second skill set just to avoid the stun that could come out from the Hylos. Hylos pull back with the Sanguine Claws, but Merlin doesn't have the damage quite yet, though Malik try to wait for the Sicilian. He's got the rough waves available once more, waiting for the camp. But here we see Poser Hothead scouting out the Kadita, just throws out that flamethrower, kind of a little bit like Natsu from Fairy Tail, just wants to burn everything. Some anime references in the mix. There looks like there's a rotation here towards the CC. It's Kaim, who's going to get engaged upon, uses the mobility of CC to dance back onto the safety of round, but there was a solo kill in the top lane. Bruno picking up the kill onto the Brody. Bruno's damage still something to be respected.
Yeah, definitely, bro. It's actually just being balanced out. So you do see the engagement onto the high.
Yeah, glorious pathway. There's the bat speeds coming out with the Cursed Blood action and the Revitalize. Beautifully done as they pick up 2. So it's a 2-for-nothing exchange. That Cursed Blood Last Insanity combination, deadly.
And combine that with the Bat's Feast, bro. It's a lot of combo.
Yeah, the slow from the Bat's Feast really caused me a problem. Oh, that's going to be the Hayabusa. He did get that shadow mark onto Malik there on the Kadita. But deciding against going in because, well, the rough waves does counter the shadow kill. Oh, the engagement onto the Hylos, killing spree for the Hayabusa. Hylos, glorious pathway, not enough to save him.
No, not enough. But we do see Crimson Titans putting the pressure here onto this tier 1 turret in the mid lane, having that tier 1 in the top lane as well.
Oh, there's the rough waves onto the Bruno only, but they managed to get that last insanity to the backline, taking down the Brody. Camilla is in there, lands the curse blood. Look at the curse blood. 1 to 4. Can he get the shadow kill off Hayabusa? Doesn't go for it. Manages to take it on another. YSS pops that ultimate, but oh, there's a shadow kill. Comes up. Hayabusa, he's in the base. It's a shutdown kill. But I think that was Johan saying, well, you want to engage at me. I may not have my second skill ready, but you're gonna die.
So Crimson Titans just past the 6-minute mark, having that 7 kill advantage as well as a 5k gold lead and the map control as well. GG's.
Oh, Kadita gets the rough waves, but once more Mullen on that Sicilian pops that revitalize, just heals himself up. Glorious pathway is there. It's the last insanity in the back as Posa Hothead gets another kill. A lot of damage coming through here from the YSS, but it's gonna be Bruno taking down the Hylos. YSS stunned up. His Hayabusa still has the shadow kill. Shadow kill comes out, dances around Skypiercer procs. It's gonna be Hayabusa with yet another kill onto the YSS. Third and final turtle is up for the game.
Meanwhile, the CC was solo pushing, split pushing on that tier 1 turret, picking up a tier 1 turret for the side of Useless Paradox. But Crimson Titans definitely putting the screws onto the wheels here.
Oh my goodness! Sanguine Claws into the stun from the Bruno and the Camilla. Curse Blood does land. Rough Waves comes out as they manage to punish the Bruno. Make that 2. Useless Paradise picking up a couple of kills there. There's Hayabusa. Shadow kill comes out, but it's onto the Hylos. He gets the kill. That Skypiercer really coming into play here. How many stacks does he have right now?
He's currently got 27 stacks on that Skypiercer.
Oh, there he goes once more. Dancing around is Johan.
Yeah, 100%. So, bro, we got a special request. After this match is done and we've got the cameras up in between that interval, we just need to do a special shout out for a special someone on our stream.
Alright. We'll get that up and running. But let me just get the bulls up for everyone to see. Crimson Titans not taking the loss they had last week lightly.
No, definitely not. So at the 8.5 minute mark, we do see Crimson Titans having that 10 kill advantage as well as a 7k gold lead.
Oh, there's Hayabusa. Shadow kill comes out, but it's gonna be CC popping that the rough waves, but the curse blood does land onto 2. There's gonna be the last insanity, but they're focusing onto the tank, onto the Hylos. He's surviving through everything, but it's only Johan who is taken down. He should be in time to deal with a turtle. Once more the knockup from the Kadita. The vengeance from the CC, keeping a lot of her health alive with that shadow kill. Oh, there's the Sanguine Claw, lands onto the YSS. He does pop that retribution, but look at this, look at the CC, look at how they're hunting like a pack. Pull back from the Sicilian, last insanity once more. Flicker comes through, but the Xbox still has that immortality. The immortality not even proc. It's going to be Bruno into the back, but Sicilian to finish it off. Look at the damage. They're even hitting the turret right with there's no minion wave.
Yeah, bro, the Xborg with that immortality, just allowing that Xborg to be a lot more aggressive than he usually is. That's just crazy plays. But that tier 3 turret in the mid lane nearly falling.
The Lord is up as Crimson Titans should take this. This is, well, we should say every Lord is the enhanced Lord, because every Lord has the ability to crash into the turret. The charge. Oh, there's going to be the rough wave comes out. Kadita with the camp, picking up the Hayabusa. Sanguine Claws this time slightly off the mark, but look at the amount of damage. It's a Bat's Feast. Into the Crimson, into the Curse Blood, into the last insanity. It's going to be the Revitalize is coming out left, right, and center. There's YSS. He's trying to get in onto the Sicilian. The stuns come through once more. Bruno dishing out the damage. It's finally the immortality comes down from the Xbox, but at what cost? Hylos is down. The waves are coming through in here. Once more, Kadita getting CC'd up. Oh my goodness, under the turret. Look at the amount of damage coming through from the Bruno. The revitalize once more from Merlin on that Sicilian, keeping the team alive. The Lord is into the base. There's the last insanity once more. Take it down yet another. The Nexus is open. Bruno just hoping for the waves to inch in just a fraction more. Takes down the wires. Yes, those balls are doing so much crit damage. Oh my goodness. Game set match.
Well played.
Crimson
Well played
Titans.
too, yeah, Crimson Titans just being the stronger team in this situation. So well played. And we do see Merlin picking up the MVP once more for Crimson Titans. That revitalize on the Sicilian was just deadly. So before we get to do the special shout out, let me just get the lobby sorted out, please.
All right, so we are on camera, and then we'll wait for you to do that shout out.
All right. Let me just get the ref in here. Lotus. Where is Lotus?
So Lotus will be our referee for tonight. We're getting into the second game. Who do we have up next, Skanka?
I'll tell you now.
As I get the poll ready once more.
All right. So for the up next, we've got Madagascar up against the Jinxes, and after that, we've got Exodus versus Dracone Esports, and Osiris Order up against. Oh no, Team B Savage getting the automatic win as Osiris Order has dropped out of the most wanted list series. That's a bit unfortunate, but yeah. So let's go. So special shout out time for a special viewer, and the special viewer getting a special shout out from Waylander Gaming. I'm saying so much special because this person is very special. So Layla, once again, welcome to the stream, and thank you for tuning in on Waylander Gaming. It's always a pleasure to have you here, and we need to say thank you to your mom for doing all that hard work with Mr. Wick in the King of the Hill, presenting us with the most wanted list for all of the viewers' pleasure. So Layla, thank you for joining us. It's always fun to have you in the chat.
So let's get the teams into the lobby. Let's get ready for what's about to happen. It's who do we have up next again? Once again, just remind me and the viewers.
So up next, we've got man, I said it so many times. Just let me just jump back. Sorry, it is Madagascar up against the Jinxes.
Madagascar up against the Jinxes. Let me see. Okay,
It's so much excitement, you know. What can I say?
So we've got Jinxes, Luigi 2.0 here. Let me see who I've got from Madagascar. It's Useless Paradise. So yeah, just saw.
Larry NB needs to get in here. I've got the teams. It's all sorted. So the first team to fill the lobbies, you know, gets the coin toss. So viewers, it's not Mads that forced me to shave. Unfortunately, it was the work. I need to look professional when I go and see the clients in suits. I can't be a bearded man in my suits, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So it's not Mads. It's not Mads.
All right. So let's get back to the lobby so we can show exactly what's happening, who's joining it. We have the Jinxes up against up against Madagascar. We're gonna see who pulls in first, and so we know who's gonna get to call heads or tails.
Message received, and I did blink like 6 times. So expectations for the rest of the evening. Madagascar and the Jinxes definitely being strong teams. Yeah, Madagascar definitely putting on a huge performance last week. there's a lot to take away from the team, bro. There's a lot. Will we be seeing the Kalia tonight? That's my big question.
Yeah, right now it's anybody's guess. It's a question of, will Kalia be available to be picked? And is anybody comfortable enough to want to play this in the 5-man situation? I mean, this is a tournament after all. If you haven't practiced enough and you don't feel comfortable with her, are you really going to go for the pick, even if it is available?
Bro, if I'm going to be honest, the Kalia she's not a hard hero to master. Her combos are fairly simple. That just makes it a little bit more broken. Definitely she is worth the pickup.
Well, maybe somebody will be brave enough. Me personally, I always feel that you should have at least around 30 games under the belt as a minimum, to say, well, you actually understand a little bit of the ins and outs of it. So would anybody have played 30 games on Kalia between yesterday and today? I don't know. But that's just my opinion on the matter, you know. I like to err on the side of caution. Make sure you're fully prepared.
Alright, we're just waiting for Madagascar to show up here in the lobby. So Jinx is getting the coin toss as they have the first 5-man in the lobby. We do see Sekai coming to pop in. So there's a recording of us giving a shout out to Layla.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Alright, Madagascar in the lobby. Jinx is choosing it, so let me get that coin toss. You can see I flipped it twice, and it is tails. So Jinx is unfortunately losing the coin toss, and giving Madagascar the option to pick left or right. Left being the first pick as well as the first bans. Everybody was crying for saying, "I'm the fastest Lord Day." Bro, every evening you've got a different color vape, you know that.
Yeah.
Is that you?
Yeah. I buy like a couple of different flavors. Though recently I bought on what's today? Today is Thursday. Tuesday I bought the mod. So I'm just waiting for that big pod like one.
Yeah.
So then you'll see like one only. But I bought like a couple of flavors. So it's in the delivery system. It'll be here soon. Those things are a bit expensive though. When I looked at it, like
Quality over quantity, right?
Yeah.
So Mads has got like the smartwatch Bevolk vape. It's got games, it can send WhatsApps, it can do calls, it even acts as a speaker.
Yeah, so I saw that one. It was one of the options that you could have purchased from the online shop. But I was like, it's okay. I work from home. I want to hear music. Just play it.
100%. All right, so Madagascar swapping out as they won the coin toss. Just waiting for the bans. Oh, Madagascar banning out the Zushin and the Badang. In my opinion, is the Badang honestly still worth a ban, seeing that he got nerfed so much?
Well, I can't say much because I'll be honest with you, even though the season has reset, with work being the way it is, and as soon as we finish work, you and we jump literally into the streams. I haven't had to play a single game this season yet.
Bro, the first week of Epic Hell.
Yeah, well, I think the first game I'm going to be playing is only going to be next week, based on the time frame or the schedules.
100%. So, Jinx is banning out the Ling and the Hayabusa. So good luck and have fun to both teams as we jump in to the second match of round 3, day 1. And here we go. Well, we see Sekai having that first ban in the drafting lobby. Ugh. Luckily, it's long weekend. Yes, tomorrow is a public holiday.
Oh,
All who dare
that makes no
stand in my
difference
way
to me.
will be devoured.
I'll watch you anyway. Public holiday or no? But it's like a mini Friday.
That I'm still alive.
It was the Brody ban, the Hanzo ban. Brody, I think,
And
is
I put that.
and they must ban. Yeah.
Only love.
I'm starting to think Brody is going to start
last day.
to feature a lot on the ban lists.
My
Yeah,
tail's been
it's
itching
between
for a
him.
real
Ooh, we're seeing the Kalia getting picked up. Oh, this is going to be a pleasure. So yeah, Brody is definitely going to be a lot on the ban list, bro. Especially with that pullback decrease time on him.
The animation decrease.
Snowflakes breath.
Yeah, Baku down on the Kalia.
Better to be feared
Super
than
exciting.
loved. If you
OBS
cannot
1
both.
with the Hanabi, Xanthis with the Aurora, and Ein Siegen or Ein Ein Siegen on the Armon, and the Sekai showing us that Paquito.
Armon into an Aurora could be a little bit problematic for the
Muscle of iron, bones of steel.
Oh, as we see Sekai picking up the Garigetcha. Blue Tempest showing us the Gushin, so it will be nemesis against one another.
Oh, we are brothers. They're part of that the same family, Kushin, up against Amon.
Mighty oaks.
Ooh, Luigi 2.0 picking up the Bellaric. Oh, that is
Make some noise for yours
Oh,
truly.
this
the
is
body
definitely going
suffers,
to well,
the
will we be
spirit
seeing the Leslie then countering on the Bellaric?
Leslie, yeah, possibly. The marksman hasn't been picked up.
Yep, the Leslie is also super strong at this point of stage.
That's true. That is true.
We'll be seeing those hidden Leslie mains featuring on the channel.
But you do know how much Larry NB likes to pick up that Lunox in the cold lane.
Will Larry and B surprise us tonight as we see the hidden one picking up the Tigreal? Waiting for Larry and B to show us what he's going to pick. What is this? Shiny? You already have a jungler.
Hey, who knows? It's gonna be a Gushin gold lane.
Time and tide wait
Shiny
for no
just
man,
trolling us.
nor girl.
When we gaze into the
Oh,
stars,
a Shiny picks up the
stars gaze
Selena. Larry and B with... My bad. Larry and B with the Beatrix. And Blue Tempest has been showing us the Gushin every swap out. Just pick the Gushin already. We know what you want to pick. Pick it.
I am
What?
more than
Blue
a
Tempest
weapon.
trolls us as he brings in the Julian.
Julian, even with the nerf, is still pretty strong from what we saw yesterday.
Well, Julian just got balanced out, and his roles just got changed from the mage fighter to assassin fighter.
Mhm.
So, viewers, this is the time to get your votes in. Bro, what is the polls looking like?
Well, 78% Madagascar, so that would be 22% going the way of Jinxes. It is Madagascar up against Madagascar. These two
Oh,
teams
yeah.
should know each other very well.
5 seconds till the end
actually.
Just
Yes.
watching this Kalia, she is sort of frozen in the... Okay, there's movement. You know what we
You'll be
didn't find
seeing
out?
some
The name of the Kalia's ultimate.
Tsunami Blast.
Oh yes, yes, Tsunami Blast.
That's Tsunami Slam. It's Tsunami Slam, sorry.
Okay, Tsunami Slam.
We'll be seeing some WWE moves coming in from the Kalia. You'll see it once you see it, bro.
Yeah. Alright, so both
Listen to us later.
so both the jungles this time around starting off on opposite ends of the map. We would see an XP lane rotation. Oh, there's the Kalia. She goes in, gets a knock up, trying to get a bit of a steal. Julian, enhanced second skill, secures his blue buff here. A lot of damage being taken by the Tiger. He is taken down underneath the turret. It was flicker for flicker. Oh, but there's the Julian. Wants to make them pay. Kalia is taken down. So it's a roam for roam exchange in the jungle of Jinxes. Meanwhile, Beatrix and Amon making the rotation here towards the Hanabi, staying very safe underneath the turrets. It's like, I don't want to die. I need my farm, then I'm gonna kill you all. There's a bit of a skirmish going through here. Kalia doing so much damage. Oh, there's Amon. Endless shots comes out, forces the passive from the Aurora, gets stunned up. As they manage to take down one, make that two. Tigreal and Aurora, passive propped kill being taken there. Amon being very patient. Oh, but there's the Julian, gets the enhanced first skill onto the Kalia. She's gonna have that knock up. Yes, she does. She does take a bit of damage, but the Abyssal Arrow keeps the Kalia safe. All this action taking place. And yeah, nobody's gone for the first turtle of the game. Once more, everyone engaging onto the Tigreal. Endless shards does come out, but it's Selena who picks up the kill.
Yep, that's the Selena with the Abyssal Arrow. You know, Selena is very sneaky when it comes to KSing, bro. So, at just before the 3-minute mark, we do see Madagascar having that 1.4k gold lead, taking the first turtle of the match and having a 2-kill advantage.
Yeah, she's got so much crowd control. I think we're gonna start seeing Munsathar come back, like much stronger than what he was. You have to deal with all the dashes coming through from here. Looks like there's a mid lane engagement here. It's the freezing glacier into the implosion with the knockback. They managed to take down Shiny. Meanwhile, on the top lane at the same time, there was a pickoff onto Larian B by the Julian and Hanabi. So Hanabi seizing the opportunity. She wants to get this pushed in. Hanabi, as we know, gets that passive where she can clear a wave super quick. However, Larry and B just lost one objective. Though he might have been swearing his Roma there, saying, hey, what are you doing? Oh, there's the Abyssal Arrow on the mark, and the shots come out. They know that there was no passive on the Aurora. There's the knock-up from Kalia. One more time. It's almost like an Atlas ultimate there. That tidal slam.
The Tsunami Slam.
Tsunami slam. Oh, look at that knock-up once more. The Abyssal Arrow slightly off the mark. I don't know if you can hear
But yes,
my cat speaking in the background. Squeaky,
Then
come
we
here.
get it. We can hear Gucci. So, everyone, if you're wondering, yes, Wylander's cat is named after the handbag brand Gucci.
And not by my choice. Oh, Abyssal Arrow onto the Tigreal, but diving a Tigreal under the turret is not maybe the safest of options. The second turtle for the game is up once more. The Abyssal Arrow hits the Tigreal. He's just trying to keep the Hanabi safe. Aurora throws out a couple of skills there just to zone the side of Madagascar away. They do have a reasonable gold lead at this moment will be extended with this turtle. But so far, no turrets being taken down. But Beatrix has other ideas in mind as she pushes the lane in and is making the way towards the mid lane. Oh, it's shiny! It's going through there! Picking up a kill once more onto Xanthes on that Aurora. He's on the hunt with that Abyssal Arrow. Oh, there we see the Tsunami Slam forcing the Julian back. Sky Piercer procs from the Selena. There's the implosion now, but it's going to be the Benedetta coming through. Oh, the Avatar of Guardian into the backline managed to land onto the Tigreal. It's a 2-for-1 exchange so far. Or make it the 3-for-1 exchange overall.
Look at the Belleric solo pushing that down tier 1 turret in the bot lane. Madagascar just leaving him to do his thing.
Yeah. Belleric was like, well, I'm not involved in the team fights yet. I don't have the mobility to make it all the way across the map when you guys are fighting. Because, I mean, look at the mobility from the rest of the team. There's some highly mobile heroes here. Especially from Madagascar's side.
Yeah.
Hanabi
So,
also taking the opportunity to take a tier 1 turret down.
so Jinx is having the map advantage at this point of stage. We do see the Tiger full. Oh, but the Tsunami Slam landing from the Kalia.
Yeah, Abyssal Arrow once more. There's the Wrath of Giants implosion into the freezing glacier. But it's gonna be the Belleric taken down through an exchange killing spree for the Selena.
So, just before the 7-minute mark, we do see the third and final turtle spawning up in 10 seconds. Madagascar having the 5k gold lead as well as the 6 skills advantage.
Yeah, my goodness. So as Scapscankle said, third turtle is up, but I think they might want to take this turret first. Sakai here, just securing another tier 1 turret. As well as Selena and Amon on the top lane. There's the engagement here onto Julian. It's going to be the Belleric. He wants to land that. Oh, there's that tidal slam coming through there. The Tsunami Slam coming through. Oh, the enhanced second skill from the Julian. He's trying to basic attack everybody to death. He's waiting for the opportunity. Can he get this? He's going to get CC'd up. It's going to be the Avatar of God. Oh, but this Julian, he manages to get the second skill. The implosion play onto the Kalia. She's taken down. It's only the Beatrix who managed to survive. And the turtle's still up. Might turn to Lord in a few seconds. Okay, no. It looks like they had other ideas, Jinxes. They're like 1 or 2 seconds more. Let me take this. Is Amon throwing out those shots, getting the passive proc. There's the enhanced second skill. Endless shots. Secures the turtle. But, oh, look at the damage coming through from the Amon as he picks up yet another kill. So Madagascar, endless shots, securing the turtle. And, well, a lot of kills being picked up on their side as well.
Oh, 100%. So,
Larry and B, strangely enough, right, using the Wesker. Wesker was one of the guns that was heavily nerfed in this recent update.
Yeah, to get that balancing out between the weapons for Beatrix.
Yeah, but he's still focusing on using it. Kalia using that, she's got so much of mobility and crowd control. It's quite scary.
Did you see that healing effects also coming in from a healing back up the Beatrix?
Yeah, that's true. I wonder how she'd work with the Revitalize.
Well, she could work with the Revitalize, but it's like the Franco. When you play Franco, you have to pick up the flicker to get that extra.
Okay, yes. Avatar of Guardian coming in from Sakai, but not landing. As Xanthes managed to reposition. There's Belleric. He's being trapped here underneath the tier 2 turret. But Hanabi manages to get the passive out, but's gonna get stunned up. It's Tsunami time as she's just airborne and smashed down into the ground. Belleric, passives proccing left, right, and center. They want to try to get him underneath the turret. It's unstoppable there for Shiny on the Selena. Gatto, he's so low. It's the Tigreal. He's trying to get in there. It's a guy. He does get the taunt, but look at this. Look at this Kalia. Once more into the mix, getting the stuns. But Julian, he's like, wait, let me return this. Let me return the damage. Julian turns around, takes down 3. There's the endless shot from the Amon. Monster kill for the Selena. the delayed timing from the aim on getting him into position.
So Madagascar just past the 10-minute mark, having full map control now, as well as 6 skills advantage with a 8k gold lead.
Yeah, so
Follow.
this, yeah, the first Lord for the game is up as well. As we should wait to see who's going to start or take this, who's going to go for this first Lord. Madagascar in a very good position to contest with this. The stun comes out onto the Julian Avatar of Guardian. Tried to land onto the Aurora, but she's going to get knocked up. It's Tsunami time once more. Tsunami Slam does land onto the Aurora. Passive has been rock of Dryads in the backline onto the Amon, but he's going to get there. They just tries to use that mobility from his passive. It's Endless Shards comes out as they take down yet another, and as Scapskankel was saying, look at the heals from this Kalia. So the Lord is definitely going the way of the Madagascar right now, but Hanabi seizing the opportunity to take a tier 2 turret down. There on the gold lane, while all the action was taking place.
So the first Lord of the match going to the side of Madagascar.
Oh,
Shiny.
yet another kill. This is a Bristle Arrows from Shiny. There's the engagement. Belleric taken down by the Beatrix. It's gonna be the Tsunami Slam once more onto the Aurora, but Tiger pull everybody back under the turret. However, the flicks come through, keeping them safe. That's the one thing I would say about the Freezing Glacier. It does have a bit of a delay before it can actually, you don't immediately CC anybody. Oh, the knock up from the Kalia. She goes in, flickers back out. Mid lane turret being pushed in here, quite a bit of damage being dealt. Endless Shards comes through. There's the Avatar of Guardian on point as we see 2 falling in the base. The Revitalize once more from Sakai. Look at the amount of heal coming through there as Larry NB is just standing point like a guardian angel with his Wesker out, just popping that snipe. Belleric, Wrath of Dryads, manages to catch the Gato. Hanabi as the one major wave clearer, taking so much damage there. The base is open. It looks like the Lord will get the final hit, and it's Madagascar who take this game.
GG's well played. Madagascar being the stronger team in this matchup. Let's see who takes MVP. That is Hein Sergen with the Amon. 6-0 and 8 for the side of Madagascar. Up next, and unfortunately and sadly, this will be the last match of the evening. It's Exodus up against Draken and Esports.
Right, Exodus up against Draken and Esports. That's going to be a fun matchup. So, Scapskankel, the game so far, the action, quite intense. You got to see the Kalia that you were looking for. Impressed?
Yeah, not too bad, bro. Not too bad. I've personally done better with the Kalia, but I'm not taking anything away from Bakudan, bro. That was a beautiful place from the Kalia. Just happy to feature so early on the streams.
True.
So we do see Exodus playing tonight. The team that took the win streak away from Crimson Titans last weekend. So they've established very high hopes for their team.
That was a very good performance in round 2. So there's a lot of expectations on the shoulders of Exodus. They do have a very strong team. They are, in terms of the squad name, I'm not sure about the members because, well, you know how it is in South African or Southern African, shall I say, because it's across the board. Mlbb, how much of player swaps we get. The name is quite OG, but I think they might have a few recent additions into the whole mix.
Yeah, Exodus picking up, especially their B team as well, picking up a lot of strong players. We did see Exodus picking up Yami, an ex-Equilibrium player. There's a few names that I can mention as well, but I don't want to do that.
So there's it's another squad to be on the lookout for. But overall, I would say thanks to organizers like Mr. Wick Shady with the King of the Hill, Nigel and Gerard with the MSA, well, and even us as well with our small little bits to play in with organizing a few games. I'd say the standard of play across the server is slowly increasing. I know we get a lot of complaints about dark system this, dark system that. Well, if you're complaining, I'll say this much, right? Because I think this is a fair assessment, Scraps Gecko. If you're complaining about the dark system, it means there's a ton of players who are not aware of the 5-man system in South Africa. Because once you get used to the 5-man system, you're naturally going to improve. So if you're complaining about the dark system, shouldn't you do something about it? Get the players involved. Put it out there. There's so many different organizations. There's so many different tournaments and things that are being shown. Lots of things are happening, right? So you gotta get it out there. There's big communities everywhere. It doesn't only have to be a part of our community and setup. You can just spread the word. Kill the dark system from within. It's the best way to get it done. But anyway, let me switch our cameras off and back into the game we go.
Yeah, so your assessment is fairly, well, not fairly, your assessment is 100% correct. I see everyone is trolling me here in my Waylander gaming t-shirt. Asking way to smile a bit more. Don't be embarrassed of your bangs, bro. You know, obviously Shady will always be the one person that trolls you a lot.
Yeah. See what happens when with familiarity. Once they get used to you, they say what they want to say.
Oh. Alright, so we're just waiting for Draken and Esports. So I don't see Madala online. Nope.
Let me get the poll up in the meantime.
What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Come on, say it again. War. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Come on. Let's get those rush hour moments back. Stop frowning at me. There's actually people that does look like that. Frons to your ployer.
What was your favorite age?
I don't know. Why is everything okay at home?
Yeah.
No. Ask, please.
Mads is actually asking me and I'm being a troll. Asking everyone else. Not answering the question.
Oh. Alright, so while we have a bit of a pause here and we're waiting, if you haven't pressed that like, share and subscribe button, please do so. You'll be helping us out greatly. Yesterday we picked up a ton of subscribers, you know that?
Yeah, we did, bro. 100% we did. So I've got... Sorry, I'm just busy doing the admin work here. Yeah, so there's a lot to be grateful for. We had a meeting prior to coming live, so I've got a lot of excitement to share with you, and once I've shared that with you, we can share it with the community. So there's good things coming, very much good things coming. There's a lot to be grateful for and a lot to be excited about. So viewers, whilst we wait for Draken and Esports to pull up here, please hit that like, share and subscribe button. We honestly do appreciate the support, and we love the support because remember, We do this for the community. It's not just for the community. It's for us. It's for everyone. For
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah, and thanks to all the hard work done by our admin team in the background. I mean, they really do work hard. We don't give them sometimes the credit that they deserve on the live. It's like nobody knows who they are. They're just doing the work. They're like the Oompa Loompas in the. I think maybe we'll change the name of the group to like with the Oompa Loompa group, right? But it's not the admin group. But they do a lot of work. I know I
You can
tease
see
them.
Mads' facial expression now.
I know I tease, but they do a lot of work. It's actually thanks to a lot of their efforts that we, well, hit the 750 mark yesterday in terms of subscriber count.
Does that mean we're gonna get
Why don't you ask that way? You just spit it out. Just ask him.
if we're Oompa Loompas, is that
Christopher, so much.
we're gonna get some chocolates.
Oh, yeah. I'll be Charlie. Sean will be the chocolate factory. So you know who to ask now.
Imagine that. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. What a sweet bunch.
Yeah. Well, is Dragonum aware that they're playing? And let me just check the WhatsApps as well.
Currently, there's. Let me go call this guy.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Yeah. And in the meantime,
Just mute myself.
let's let me and the chat have a discussion about this monster, Kalia. Let's see. What does everybody think about this new hero, Kalia? What is she classified as? Tank fighter, I think. No. Just-
Fighter Rome.
Fighter Roam. Also fighter support, probably. You know, I didn't actually go and buy her yet. I need to go and buy her.
My tail's been itching for a real fight.
Yeah, Tomato, you will see a lot of familiar names. The Exodus players are fairly well known. They do perform extremely well. But let's get to see. So, after casting a skill, Kalia creates a water zone on the ground. When Kalia casts a skill within the zone, she will absorb the water zone to enhance her next 3 basic attacks with 3 different effects. First basic attack, Kalia dashes to the target, dealing 100% total physical attack times physical damage. Oh, you're just saying that it's physical damage, not times anything. Alright. And recovering 120 times 10% total HP times 60% total magic power HP for herself. That'll be the second basic attack. She unleashes a flurry of attacks, dealing 300 base damage times 100% total physical. That's actually quite a lot of damage output for Aroma. The third basic attack is going to be where she uses a tail to strike the ground around her target, dealing 100 times 100 plus total physical attack and creating a new water zone. This just means the water zones are spammable. Like all her skills are spammable based on this passive of hers. Cooldown 4 seconds for Wave Breaker. Cooldown 13 seconds, and it reduces with level down to 11. So okay, not so spammable, but 11 seconds is pretty decent. The ultimate from 50 to 40. She's got just so much of damage, so much of mobility and CC. I'm thinking Mansatha needs to be picked up to deal with her. Yeah, Tomato. It's if you enjoy that kind of play, or her playstyle. She's looking quite deadly on the roam. I'm waiting to see how she's going to feature on the XP lane as well, because she could be a potential XP laner. Or maybe even a jungler as well. I don't know. But she has a decent amount of damage output from what we could see. And as a jungler, having that ability to have that crazy amount of mobility, it will all depend on her wave clear, her jungle clear speed. If that's not going to be high, I wonder. But I know definitely the roam is what she's made for. Just that massive amount of crowd control, the ability to heal up, having like an Atlas ultimate in there. I don't think she'd do really that well in the jungle. But you never know. It's only when through trial and error that you can figure out quite a bit of things. So I'll be interested to see what's happening on the group chats. So those of you who are not part of the group chats, please go and join. I'd really like to hear everyone's opinions after they've done their homework. Testing, researching, checking what emblem setup is going to work for what role, what items are going to work best. Could be very interesting, and we finally see, thanks to Skeptical and and Co, we get the team into the lobby. Draconum Esports. They're here. They're slightly late, but well, here we go.
So, Exodus having the coin toss, choosing tails, the coin landing on tails, and picking up left. So let's get the bans done whilst we wait for the final of Draconum Esports to join. All right. All right. Exodus banning out the Gatagatcha and the Lucas. Draconum Esports bans, please. Let's go.
Right, the lobby is full. We just need to check on who the spectators are.
Ban it or lose it.
We're just waiting for the lobby bans to come through, and then we can get into the game. It is gonna be Draconum Esports up against Exodus. Exodus, being the first ones to fill in the lobby, gets the opportunity to call heads or tails. So it gives you an advantage over your opponents, depending on what you want to go for in your drafting and banning phases, how you want to look at it. That advantage is quite significant. It's the reason why we do recommend being on time. It's actually a little bit of a rush. I don't know if anybody knows this, so we're just going to put it out there for everybody.
So, Draconum Esports banning out the Joy and the CU and Gato and Lucas. being banned out from Exodus. So let's go, starting now. That's the final match of the evening. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, so into the drafting phase we are. Bionic Slayer having the first bat. Hey, Apollo, Coco, stop it. Daddy is streaming. All right, Bionic Slayer having the first bat in the drafting phase. Batting out the Khalid. Definitely not working. They gotta get you and the Khalid combination to play up against them. As we see Aries with a response. Bad for Draken and Esports.
Butterfly is born by thy wish, guided by lantern's light.
Ooh, batting out the zoo shit.
Only love and night are everlasting.
We're having some teething problems. Viewers, if you're wondering, that's why my puppy is complaining. Alright, we do see the Sicilian getting banned out from Exodus. Draken and Esports responding with the Kufra ban. So, I Madness with the first pick for the side of Exodus, swapping out with Smash, as Smash brings up the Kalia. So it's the second time we will be seeing Kalia. Look at this. Both of us are flexing our bits on the camera.
Yeah, no one can see though.
No one. Just us. It's Gucci. We get to see Gucci for the very first time. Look, Madala and Birch with the response from Draken and Esports. Birch picking up the Xbox and Madala bringing in the Grok. It's been a minute since we've seen the Grok.
Yeah, that's true.
Every bullet of mine is a gift for you.
Bionic Slayer picking up that Granger. I'm Madness. I'm Madness is oh no, it's Rebind. That is actually Yami. I'm Madness picking up the Lapu. Look at that, bro. So you remember you mentioned the revitalize on the Kalia, the previous match. So we will be seeing that in effect. So Kalia picking up the revitalize and the Lapu. I haven't featured a Lapu before.
Yeah, well, I Madness whenever he plays is very deadly on that Lapo. Like when I say very deadly, I do mean very deadly.
So Andile 7 picking up the Xavier. Eater of Souls with the final ban for Draken and Esports. Before we see, you know who Daddy is with a final ban for the evening on the Waylander Gaming Mlbb streams for tonight.
Wherever I go, pain.
Rafaela?
Oh, Rafaela, bro.
Oh, there's the
All
counter.
right,
There's the counter. Munzatan. Will he get picked up though?
This could be a bit. We're waiting patiently. We might have locked in. Aries picks up the Minsatar. So there we go. Let's see how this predicted counter will play against the Kalia. We do see Rebind picking up the Alpha. And you know who Daddy is showing us that Fazar. And Fazar gets picked up. Fazar also being a very broken mage at this time with her buff.
His Rebind is Nigel, isn't it?
It could be. It could be. I know Yami had a rename. It's just I'm not too sure who Yami is here. Because remember last week when we had Velocity, the strong TZ on on Go Casting with me. He did mention someone being Yami, calling someone Yami the entire time, but for the life of me, I cannot remember it. So that settles it. This is the final match of the evening. Viewers, please get that votes in now. Who do you think and who are you favoring to pick up the W here for this final match of round 3, day 1 in the most wanted list series?
Oh, well, 64% of the votes are going the way of Exodus. That is pretty decent advantage in the polls. But let's get to see how this match is going to turn out. Oh, look at that. Look at the collectors we have here. And dealer flashing.
I see them, bro. I see them. This alpha skin is so beautiful, to be honest.
5 seconds till the enemy reaches.
That's the Abyss skin. So just like the second game, we are watching the jungle start off on opposite sides of the map. Just taking a look at Alpha melting down his buff. At the same time, X-Borg on the blue buff as well, so it's a blue for blue. Grok in here, Medala helping the Xavier clear out his wave. Xavier, nice combination, gets a bit of a stun on you know who daddy is on that Fossa. Rebind with a bit of a steal here on the small camp. Gets the steal, nicely done, and looks like he's going to secure the litho. There's Kalia in the backline. It's Alpha healing back up, managing to take the litho as well. So level 3, didn't even get to touch his jungle on the right hand side. Grok charging up. Fasa having to move back quite quickly, but there's the stuns once more from Mandile. It's the bird form coming out from Fasa, just using it to reposition. Meanwhile, on the XP lane, it's Kalia and Lapu who are going a little bit wild, forcing the Minsatar back. There's Grok trying to stun this Kalia up against the wall, but the Revitalize keeping it. They open the hook onto 2! Oh my goodness! Minsatar gets the first blood. Well, it's Grok who picked up the first blood, but what a hook there. As Lapu, we can just dash through Grok's wall, so nothing they're doing there. Draconimi Esports picking up first blood there in the XP lane. Minsatar with an outplay, and then some.
And then some more. So just before the 2-minute mark, we do see Draken and Esports having that 1 kill advantage, but Exodus having that 300 gold lead.
Yeah, so Spear of Alpha coming out there a bit defensively, though I think Alpha, he'll heal up from this blue buff. He's not going to start off all that early. Meanwhile, Kalia just getting a bit of knockback. Madness is going to get engaged upon, uses the ultimate to get to safety, drops the hammer onto the Xavier, wants to go back in there. Minsatar with the hook, but the CC immunity coming through just at the right time. As Xbox still has that frog armor up, but the retribution level is in the favor of Alpha right now. He did pick up his blue buff, so he's got the level advantage. Oh, there's going to be Xavier. Dawning Light comes through. It's the last insanity in the backline there onto the Lapu, but he's just healing up. The Fossa, where the air strikes from above Kalia, hitting that tsunami slam as they take down one. It's the Grok. It's a 1-for-1 exchange, but the first turtle of the game going the way of Exodus. And the jungle invades Africa. Oh, there's the tsunami slam coming out onto the Xbox. Purge taking so much damage. There's Minsatar dishing it out there. Wants to land onto the Kalia, but it looks like Madala might have saved the Kalia there with the walls, Scarecrow.
Yeah.
Spear of Alpha. There it is, but Xavier saving the Grok with that CC of his.
Yeah, the Kalia can definitely use the wall to an advantage. If she doesn't use that second skill in a tidal or in a splash pool area, she can use the dash against the wall and it knocks her up in the air and she can come down crashing.
Oh my goodness, there's the kill in the mid lane. I was just watching the action here on the XP lane. Spear of Alpha only lands onto the creep as Grok hides down there, but the engagement underneath the turret, Kalia diving in, taking down the Clint.
4-minute mark. Exodus picking up the 3k advantage as well as the 2 kills advantage just past the 4-minute mark.
This damage from Farsa now is a bit deadly. Did you see the engagement there onto the ground? There's a tsunami slam into the Spear of Alpha. It's Xborg. He wants to counter-engage. Throws out a bit of flames left and right. But decides against it once more. Eye Madness here on the XP lane. Cutting wave and getting ready for the rotation. Good play from the XP laner. Oh, meanwhile, it's going to be Xavier who picks up the kill onto the Kalia. As Kalia tried to, I think, get a bit of dive, so that's to be no Roma. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, it's Bionic Slayer on the Clint, getting another pick-off kill. Or another solo kill, shall we say. Grok trying to zone everybody away. It's going to be hard. Alpha plans a retribution. It's the Lafu trying to get into the backline. Spirit of Alpha does come on. The frog armor is there. It's Fossa with that Feather Strike, but has to disengage because Munsada wants to land in there with the King's Calling. Does land the King's Calling. Grok traps the Lafu up, but Lafu has the sustain to get out. Throws an emote there or two.
Yeah, definitely need to do so, you know. We are in South Africa with a trolling community.
Oh, Spear of Alpha again, not quite landing. Kalia goes in, gets a bit of poke onto the Grok. They want to force him away so that they can create the space for the Granger to push this turret. Dawning Light helping the Clint. Clint has to flicker out of the way as the ultimate was coming through from the Granger. Granger doesn't have the fastest attack speed to try and melt this down. Oh, there's the Kalia. There's going to be the tsunami slam into the fastest strike. They managed to take down the Clint. Eater of Souls been eaten up. Sent back to the base. Dawning Light there from Ndila. Did do quite a bit of damage, but no real follow-up there. As we're watching the Xborg protect the mid lane from the push from the Lapo. Having got his top lane pushed in. Oh my goodness. While I was watching the mid lane, this is action left, right, and center. I think we need 2 cameras here, Scapscake.
Definitely, bro. So that is something that we can look into the future to get dual cameras.
Oh, King's Calling, pulling back too, but the Revitalize is coming out, keeping everybody alive, and we see the last Insanity, not enough for a finish off, as Purge is taken down.
So it's 10 seconds away before the third and final turtle spawns up. We do see Exodus picking up the 5.5k gold lead as well as the 6 kills advantage.
So third turtle is up right now, Scarecrow. Exodus in pole position to take this. The Dawning Light just scouting out everybody. I don't think with a level advantage, it's a 3-level advantage between Alpha and Xborg. There's the Spirit of Alpha coming out. They're ceasing up this Grok. It's taking so much damage. The true damage from Alpha comes through and they get the kill. Meanwhile, Lapu is going to try and push the lane and get a bit more map control. Granger doing the same. It's going to be Kalia into the backline. Xavier flicker to reposition, gets the Dawning Light off. There's the engagement here onto the Lapu. He does get that last Insanity off. Wants to clear the way, protect the mid lane. Granger has other ideas, takes down this. It's the ult, comes out from the Farsa. Oh, the Granger popping ultimates left, right, and center. Can he manage to get the kill? They're so low, but Draconimi Esports are on the retreat.
Yeah, the Kalia picking up a solo kill on the Minsatar in the top lane just before the Alpha took down the Grok. So we do see Exodus coming in here to invade and remove the jungle from Draconimi Esports. Seems like Exodus is currently looking for that cutthroat moment.
Oh, Farsa with the ultimate once more. Yeah, they are. It's another 50 seconds to the Lord. There's the clear. It's going to be the Tsunami Slam. Only onto one. Clint, though, manages to survive the Dawning Light, clearing the waves, keeping everybody safe. But look at this from the Granger. So much damage. He took down the frog armor like it wasn't even there.
Nope.
So 30 seconds to the first Lord of the game. Tier 2 turret still standing. The recall spam's coming through. Three of them stand up as they recall spamming around the red buff. It's 10 seconds to the Lord. Grok goes in with the ultimate, knocks up all three. Spear of Alpha comes up but doesn't land onto anybody. There's Kalia. She gets the Tsunami Slam, but it's only onto the Mincetar, who pops that King's Calling. Manages to flick it up, but Fasa's there with a follow-up, dishing out the damage. It's a 2-for-0 exchange in the favor of Exodus. And through all this action, Granger seizing the opportunity to just push turret. There's the Spear of Alpha once more, but it's I mean, they're fighting underneath the tier 3 turret. The tier 2 turret's not been taken down.
No, why would you do that? We do see Exodus forcing for that tier 2 turret now, so we see the first tier 2 turret falling.
Almost.
Yeah, with this Lord, they'll be hoping to get a couple of more. There's still 2 more standing. Kalia doing a nice job there of zoning the side of Draconum Esports away. Can't get close to contest. Kalia wants to go in more. Some more. Granger's got the damage, so he's like, yeah, you get me the set, I'm gonna dish it out. More than a 10k gold lead. Oh, there's the Tsunami Slam into Fasa's ultimate. It's going to be unstoppable for the Fasa. As Grok knocks up 2 on his retreat, the stun comes out from Xavier. He is trying to get this mid lane wave cleared, but the pressure just too much here in the mid lane as we see the tier 2 turret falling. Dawning Light used defensively from Mandila there. As he does CC the Granger up, but Granger's got that, I think he picked up the rose gold. Yeah, so he's going to be a bit safe. Lord crashes in, being taken down quite quickly. Fasa with the ultimate. The Revitalize comes through from Kalia as Granger is just from the distance. That range on his ultimate's crazy. So as we see this shield pop, you notice how it pushed the minion wave back.
Yes, that is part of the revamps on the turrets. The only thing it doesn't push back is the Lord.
Yeah, makes quite a big difference that, if you think about it. Oh, so we're watching a 5v5. This is now switched to Brawl. There's a 5v5 in the mid lane. Still another just over 70 seconds to go for the next Lord to come out. So it's offense versus defense at this moment in time.
Well, Exodus definitely being in a very strong position. Look at all those.
Oh, the Tsunami Slam onto the Xbox. He pops that to last insanity using it defensively. There's the pass up, gets the ultimate of Dawning Light onto the Fasa, but it's just not enough damage to it at this moment in time from the Xavier.
So at the 12.5-minute mark, Exodus, well, yeah, just pretty much keeping Draken and Esports there in their place. We see they push, recall spam, push, recall spam, push, recall spam.
There's Kalia once more with that Tsunami Slam. The engagement is here underneath the turret. Lapu, he's getting CC'd up, he gets taken down. It's a 1-for-1 exchange. But it's a mage for XP laner exchange, as we do see finally Exodus retreat from that mid lane and decide it's time to go for this Lord.
You see that Kalia invading onto the red buff there from Draken and Esports. Definitely not allowing Draken and Esports to farm.
Yeah, so now it's all about lane management. Kalia steals that red buff away, because right now Dragon Esports, they gotta stick as a 5-man if they hope to get anything done. There's no way they can try and split push. They don't have the heroes with that split push potential. You gotta stick as a 5-man. Oh, the knockup onto 2, dragging the X-Borg back and baiting out the King's Calling as well. So no King's Calling will be available as the next fight looms. The Lord making its way up the top lane, up the bot lane. Larpo getting the top lane pushed in. Clint wants to clear the mid lane out. A lot of damage being dealt onto this top lane, but with the Lord, this should actually be able to get Grok just trying to zone everybody away. The Lord does take down a tier 3 turret. There's going to be Kalia trying to find the angle. As Exodus 3 man are fighting their way into the base. Top lane being pushed in, Grok taking a lot of damage. Oh, Skypiercer procs. Mega kill there for the Granger. But everybody CC'd up. The mid lane turret should fall. Though Clint is trying to get it cleared out. But nobody was focusing on hitting with the turret, so it still stands.
This is pretty much a one-sided match. So at the 15-minute mark, we do see Exodus having that, 14k gold lead. As well as the map control, Dragon and Esports being held as hostage here in their base.
Yeah, but you know what happens if you let your team, enemy team, farm in the base? If you let it happen for too long, you run the risk of one big fight.
See how this one plays out.
So it is another 20 seconds for yet another Lord. Once again, Exodus already in position. There's the Kalia just jumping back onto the Grok, but he had the CC immunity, so not knocked out. Lord being started up here.
I wanted to say the same thing. Alpha getting the 16-minute Lord.
Yeah, well.
This could be very interesting if Draken and Esports gets well, the return here, bro. This is
yeah. We can see where they are in terms of their builds. They are getting anti-heal, but it's just one hero, okay, two that have anti-heal. Grok and the Xavier need to pick up. I think they probably need anti-heal all across the board. Would just double revitalize.
and as well as with the Kalia.
Yeah. So Grok just trying to block the waves from moving into the base here. The mid lane tier 3 turret is taken down. The Lord down to like quarter HP. The defense coming out from Draken Esports here. They're managing to just position themselves quite nicely. We should see the final tier 3 turret dropping on the top lane, which we do. But not able to get anywhere close to the Nexus. There's the knock up. It's Fossa with the ultimate. Yeah, King's Calling comes through, but Spear of Alpha from outside the King's Calling killing spree there for rebind as Grok does a bit of damage onto the Fossa. Manages to get the kill there. They're engaging onto the Grok. He is taking a lot of damage. There's the Spear of Alpha once more. The base is open. Granger trying to get the lockdown, but oh my goodness, just manages to dash back to a bit of safety. Xavier dishing it out. Throws the Dawning Light, hoping to maybe snipe the Granger as he was repalling. But base is open. Yet no end in sight.
Nope. This seems like we will be seeing that Evolved Lord for the first time on the stream. As we do see that Evolved Lord is 60 seconds away. Exodus are definitely biding their time here.
So we are heading, as we say, beyond into that last minute as Skepko pointed it out. And this Lord really does that. This is, well, if I was on Draken Esports, I'd be like, yeah, let's contest, let's go for it.
It's a legit
Yeah.
lose at moment.
Yeah, if you actually manage to get the Lord or that steal on the Lord, it could be what you needed to end the game. So Fossa with the ultimate, not catching anybody out there though. Revitalizer's coming through once more. It is another 17 seconds till the Lord. The waves are being pushed in. So Draconim Esports, they need to find an escape route. They need to get the waves pushed out, and so they can go to contest for this objective. But it only looks like it's the Alpha being told to take the Lord by himself, as the rest of the team are staying here just to seal Draconim Esports into the base. Well, right now, it would be do or die. Just you go for it. Go big, go home.
Yeah, so as you can see that the icon on the Evolved Lord has changed. That's just to show you that it is the bulky tanky boy here, Lord.
Yeah, that's
The big
true.
boy.
Yeah, that is true. This Lord is based on the updates. Really good on that.
Look at him storming down the mid lane. Draken and Esports in a very, very difficult position here.
Yeah, Lord being stopped from entering the base there by the Grok. Just to create the space so that they can clear the wave. The Lord does make it through there. There's Kalia with a knockup. It's going to be the Tsunami Snap. Into Foster's ultimate once more. The Spear of Alpha not catching everybody up. But it's 2 down for the side of Dragon Enemy Spot. The base is open. Granger trying to get the lockdown on here. They managed to get the lockdown by the Granger. Game set match going the way of Exodus.
GG's well played. This was a very long match. We used to the quick ending matches, but look at that Bionic Slayer and Alpha not even dying once. So the Granger picking up the MVP for Exodus in this is the final match of the evening. So viewers, let me just get you those matchups for tomorrow. We've got a busy evening tomorrow. Tomorrow we are featuring 5 matches, and the kickoff for tomorrow night, just waiting for my phone here, is Top 1 up against Pandora's Box. Second match. No, I had my times wrong. You see, my brain is stuck with today being Friday. So Friday matches is Top 1 up against Pandora's Box, followed up by Hexcore up against Valkyria, Savage Reborn versus Khakis, and Imperium versus Reverse Push as the final matches for Friday evening. Saturday is a busy evening, and Sunday being lesser of matches once again.
Okay, so well, this was a super fun evening. I hope you all enjoyed the games as much as we did. It's the first day of round 3 of the most wanted list. We have action bringing right through. Public holiday, no public holiday. Tomorrow being the public holiday, Saturday, Sunday. Escapskenko just went through the list of who's going to be up against whom. There is some crazy games in the offing. I'm sure a lot of people are going to have their favorites. So I'd like to know from everyone, even if you want to say it in the live chat right now, comment in the video afterwards, post it in the group chat, who you're favoring to win this most wanted list tournament overall. It's going to be a crazy run. Based on the games we've seen, not just today's Scoutsgecko, but across the previous 2 rounds, there were some very good performances from teams. So it's a challenging thing, I'd say, to pick who's going to be the overall winner.
Yeah, 100%, bro. I'll pick my favorites out of the batch that goes through to the next stages. Because in this round, right, for the group stages, each team, so excluding the teams for the first day 1 of round 3, each and every team from the following days still have 5 matches to play each. So we've still got a length to go in these group stages. So yeah, I'm not just yet going to make my pick. I'm just going to scout out a lot of things, because we've seen a lot of plays coming in, and quality plays coming in from teams that you wouldn't actually normally say would feature as well against the top tier teams. But bro, I mean, this is what the most wanted list is all made about. You know, all those teams are going back to the drawing board and coming back to this tournament, showcasing what they got out of practice. So it's always exciting. And I'm just going to hold on my vote just a while longer. But if I have to be biased, I'm favoring Immortal Order to go a bit further down.
Yeah, well, we understand that particular vote. But so to everybody who tuned in to watch, thank you for tuning in to watch. It's been a pleasure having you with us throughout the course of this evening. We know that you probably have an exciting day planned with family and friends coming up tomorrow. Tomorrow being the public holiday that it is in South Africa. If you're from not South Africa, well, too bad, so sad. You don't get a public holiday. It's just what it is. I'm just teasing. But once again, thank you for watching. But from myself, Waylander, and Skarpskenko, we're gonna have to say goodbye and good night until we see you all in tomorrow night's streams. Be safe. Thank you for watching.